Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Let's Play Star Trek Online on the Romulan Faction. This is Brent Justice, a.k.a. the Doctor. So, excuse me, I had a bit of a problem. A thing happened that I did not expect, so I must apologize to everybody. In our last video, we played Gasco Blues, and that was pretty fun. Well, after that mission, I decided to record the next mission. So I thought I hit the right button on Fraps for recording, and I played the entire mission through with commentary, and realized at the end of it all, even after I had turned it in and everything, Fraps did not record a single thing. So I have an entire mission that I played and it was not recorded by accident, so I deeply apologize for that. What that means is that I am now a higher level than what you saw in the last video. As you can see, I am at Lieutenant 9 and I'm this close, this far away from hitting level 10, where you get to make that decision between Starfleet and KDF. So if you look on the mission list, you'll see that the Search for New Romulus, which was the mission after Gasco Blues, has been played. I can replay it. And then the next mission after that is Turning Point, and this is where we start to get to make our decision of, which side we're going to join. That sucks. I am going to replay the Search for New Romulus because I don't want you guys to miss any missions or episodes of the new Romulan Faction. So of course I'm going to replay it and now record it for you properly. And I have double checked, and Fraps is recording right now, so this is good news. And so I'm going to replay this mission so that you can see this mission, because it is pretty fun, it's pretty awesome, it's good. But what this means for our character overall is that I will now be running at a higher level than you normally would be at this part or point or position in the game. I'm just going to be at a higher level pretty much throughout the rest of the game. So I apologize for that. At level 10 you get a new ship, but I'm going to hold off on that. I'm not going to get a new ship. I'm going to wait until we were supposed to get a new ship, which is after finishing all these missions here from the Ashes before we get our ship. So I'm going to stick with the Talis through playing all these missions, and then after that, then we'll get our next ship. But yeah, so basically I'm just going to be a higher rank than you guys normally would be if you were playing through these in order, because the next mission I should be starting right now is Turning Point, based on where I am on levels. But so that sucks. It's going to give me a bunch of new skill points basically for replaying this mission, so I'll definitely hit level 10. So anyway, but we're going to replay it because you guys have to see it. Very, very good mission. And there were mission rewards for that mission, and I've already equipped them. I think I already forgot. I think this was one of them, dual plasma beam bank, and I've already equipped those rewards. But I'll show you what the rewards are again, and yeah. But anyway, this is a fun mission. I enjoyed playing it. Too bad it didn't record the first time. This is about the search for New Romulus. Obviously, the whole storyline of this Romulan faction at this point in the game takes place before the founding of New Romulus, and so this mission is about us looking for a planet to call home for the Romulan Republic. So let's get into it. The search for New Romulus. Temur needs help searching for a new homeworld. Will you find the right planet for your people? I've already completed this mission. Rewards for completing it will be reduced. Alright. Thanks to additional information from the colonists from Gasco and Helix, we've managed to identify several possible systems that could have planets for our colonization efforts. We'll need you to scan these systems, see if there is a suitable planet, and then explore the said planet to confirm your findings. You're looking for what will be the future homeworld of the Romulans. We've also been told by Federation and Klingon officials that talks of an alliance could begin if we identify a suitable planet to colonize. Titan and I will be speaking with those officials while you're exploring. This could be the next big step in our fight for independence. So we got to scan systems in Taldewa for habitable planets. We're looking for our new Romulus. Of course, I'm getting reduced skills and expertise because I've already replayed it. You do get a personal shield as one of the rewards. Personal Shield Mark II, and then you get all these engineering, uranium, alloy, console, or you get to choose one of the following. Console engineering, uranium alloy, console science particle generator, tactical directed energy distribution manifold, current lockbox. And these are all showing up because I'm replaying it. And when you replay, you do get more rewards than or more reward options than what you got the first time. Anyway, let's accept the mission and beam up to our ship and start exploring. First place we need to head to is Jolan Core, which is way up here in the corner. Now, as we all know, if you look on the map, new Romulus, and it is showing up here. It will not on yours when you play this mission. It will show up as Dewa 3 when you play this mission because it's not there yet. But after you play this mission, then it changes and it now becomes the new Romulus system. So that's why it's showing up like that for me right now. But when you play this mission, it will say Dewa 3, and that's one of the systems you have to scan, obviously, and obviously that will become the new homeworld for the Romulans. So that's how that works out. Yeah, I hate that it did not work, or the recording did not work the first time, because that was pretty fun. Pretty fun exploring this mission for the first time. Because you actually get to beam down to New Romulus, you'll see here, and we get to do some things. It's pretty fun. Okay, just clearing up all my crap here. Make sure everything is on auto fire, and it is all good. On our way. So far, what we have done in the past few episodes is try to get Remans and Romulans onto our side, and that's a good starting place for a Romulan faction. I like that. It makes sense. Get people to join us, refugees and all that. And then the second part here, now that we're getting into, is finding a new homeworld for our people. Very important. And then it's going to be deciding. Apparently, there's a decision I'm going to have to make coming up, and everybody's been asking me where am I going to go. The decision is basically between Starfleet or KDF. Well, this is a goody two-shoes character. He's going to go with Starfleet. But I will have another character. I'm going to have a really evil character eventually. He's going to go on KDF. So I will be exploring both of those options in the future. Scan Jolan Core. Initiating scan now. Preliminary reports are turning up negative, Captain. We could perform a more in-depth scan, but that could take nearly a week. Launching a satellite would allow us to monitor the area and move forward. Your orders? Let's launch the satellite and continue forward. This is not our planet that we're going to go with. So let's go to Gamma Eridan and check out that system. So some people have been arguing if this is a true faction, considering the fact that you do ally with either Starfleet or KDF, and then apparently you get access to their station. So if I ally with Starfleet, apparently I'll be able to visit Earth's space dock and kind of like make that my home. I would have liked to have seen a full-out Romulan base. I mean, what a better place than New Romulus? They should have built a base, there on New Romulus that is your ESD for the Romulan faction, basically. I mean, that makes sense. If you're gonna side with Starfleet or KDF, either one, there should be like a Romulan home base. We'll see how all that works out. I'm not entirely sure yet.
We can't get a clear reading from the planet that Timur specified. Our best option will be to drop out of warp and investigate the area.
Okay, we got to drop out of warp and see what's going on here at this system.
Nausicaan ships.
Nausicaan ships. They're jamming our sensors.
That's why we couldn't get a clear reading on this area. It's an ambush. They're hailing us, probably to gloat. Pirates like these only care about scrapping the ship for parts and selling any survivors to the Orions. Should I open the channel?
So my evil character, we have two choices here. I can open a channel, or I can just go straight to red alert and start firing on them. Now my evil character will do that. He will choose go straight to red alert and start firing. But my good character here, he's going to open a channel and try to talk to them first.
Want to fight someone? Fight me!
Want to fight someone? Fight me! What kind of accent was that? Romulans, wonderful. It's been so long since I've had a chance to kill some of you green-blooded sneaks. Now show some Garumba and fight like you mean it. You'll still die, but my crew could use the sport. Gosh, his eyes are freaking me out right now. Kev, go to red alert. Nice. Oop, there's more on the way. More on the way. Where are they? I can't see you. There you are. Bam! Look at that damage. Haha. That's how you deal with the Nausicaans. I still am constantly impressed with this ship. I mean, it's an old ship, it's a TOS ship, it's...
If it's not Tol
old,
Shiar, it's
but
the
it's good.
Nausicaans. What's next? Iconians?
You wouldn't
We were able to get a few scans of the
even
planet
know,
during
man.
combat. It's no good. The wildlife is too hostile and the natural resources too few. That leaves us with one last system.
The Dewa system. Dewa 3.
Shows some promise. We can leave orbit whenever you're ready.
Let's leave the system and head for Dewa 3. So, here we go. New Romulus system, which is actually Dewa 3 before it becomes a new Romulus system. So I was mentioning just a few minutes ago about it being a full Romulan faction. Well, people have said there are storyline missions all the way up to level 40 for the Romulans, unique storyline missions that are unique to the Romulan faction, all the way up to level 40. And then at that point, you get access to whatever side that you choose, either Starfleet or KDF. Then you get access to all their missions. But that's only after you level 40, after you play the Romulan missions. So, to me, it does sound like a full faction, because that's a lot of storyline missions. That's a ton more than the KDF ever came out with at first. So, yeah, it's a full faction. If you've got storyline missions all the way up to level 40, I would consider that a full faction for sure. Alright.
We have confirmation of a suitable planet.
Wow! Alright.
To Tamir now. He'll want an update on the situation. I'll connect you as soon as you're ready.
He is excited. Open a channel. Excellent work, Lieutenant. You should head to Dewa 3 and set up some orbital probes and then beam down and investigate the surface. I'll set a course to the Dewa system and keep an eye out for any more Nausicaans. Dewa 3 is one of our last chances to find a habitable planet in the region. Good luck. Why, to me, does the Dewa system sound like the Dagobah system? I keep thinking in my head, Dewa, Dagobah, Dewa, Dagobah. Come on, that's close. You gotta admit it. Right? Look at that. Awesome.
This could be the new Romulan homeworld.
It could be.
The radiation levels of this planet made it uninhabitable, but long-range surveys have detected drops in the toxicity over the past few years. Our orders are to deploy sensory probes to scan the planet, and, if they return positive, beam down for a closer look.
And you know they will. Okay, let's do this thing. Let's drop some probes, some probules. Let's probe this planet. right up its axis. And where's my probe button? Probe away. Watch, these probes are pretty cool. They do this like effect thing. Look at that. That's cool. It's pulsating. It's doing things. It's probing. Probuling. And another probule. Go. Deploy probe. Yay, probe. Probe is good. Okay, next probe. Boom. 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 Boom.
A real
Whoa,
warrior
more
never met
Nausicaans.
betrayal.
Warning, your ship is under attack.
They're draining my power. Should get like a beam array overload or something. There we go. Alright, deploy probe. Nausicaans taken care of. Probe away.
Nausicaans. I hope that's the last we've seen of them.
Probably
The
not.
reports from the probes confirm that radiation levels have lowered on the planet. An away team without protective gear should be safe. There don't seem to be any civilizations down there either, but we'll have to beam down to explore the area further. Are you ready to transport? There are several teams that will beam down to other parts of the planet while we explore.
Okay, let's do it. And we get to take our entire bridge crew. Entire crew this time. So it's me and my 4 ground bridge officers that I have set. So that means there may be some combat. If you're taking your whole bridge crew with you, pretty much guaranteed you're gonna have some combat. Yes, let's go.
Wow. Look at this place. It's beautiful.
Sure is.
Our orders from Tamer are to analyze the local wildlife, flora, and minerals, as well as any bit of radiation.
Okay, so our goal here pretty much is to scan all the way up to 100%. We got to do fauna, flora, and water and minerals. Basically scan anything we find until it gets to 100%. And then we have to scan 3 radiation areas. And if you look on your map, the 3 areas are circled for the radiation. The other places, you just have to find them yourself, and they will be glowing. You'll know them by them glowing. Like that thing glowing right there, that's one we can scan. And that brought it up to 5%. So you just have to keep scanning a whole lot of stuff like that. And that's the first radiation thingy, so we'll go do it. And here's something to scan along the way. And we can take care of these cats too. Should be able to. Okay, let's scan this radiation. I like how I can just stand right in it. And we can attack these cats. and then they run away and they disappear, which is an awesome thing to be able to do. Alright, let's go this way. It's a little confusing how to go, so you just kind of have to look at the map to see where you're going. Ah, yes, the Nanov. We can scan this one too. Observe wildlife. %. I think there was something back here to scan, if I recall correctly. Yeah, this thing down here. Let's scan its water sample. There we go, we're up to 20% already, so we're getting there. Now the way to go is actually to go up here. Let's look on the map and see where you are. This area right up here. I think, yeah. And here is something we can scan. There we go. Now, gets a little confusing, but yeah, I guess we go this way. And we're actually going to go around the bend here. Scan this. And let's get these things out of my way so they don't attack me. There we go. Nope. Okay. Now we're on our way. See, we're just kind of winding around like that in a snake-like pattern, following the water. It's another Nanov. I don't know. Let's see if we can scan it. Yes, we can. That brought us up to 35%. Here's something else. There we go, okay. And here's something in the water. Nice, we're at 45% already. Alright, here's the other radiation sample. There we go. And we'll go ahead and take these things out. Just cause. Okay, now which way to go is, yeah, this way. And here's a thing to scan. This should bring us up to 50%, halfway there. There we go. This place is scary. Ooh. This is Tamir. I've arrived at the outer rim of the planet. I'll be keeping a watch on any Tal Shiar or Nausicaan signals. How is the initial search going down there? And this is interesting. You get to answer in different ways. I don't know how it branches off if you answer different questions, but I'm going to say this planet's amazing. We can't believe what we're seeing. Truly, this is excellent news. We may just have our new home. I'll continue doing what I can from up here. Take your time down there and make sure nothing is overlooked. We can't have any doubt in declaring this our new homeworld. Gotcha. Since I'm from the future and another dimension, I already know what's going to happen with this planet. Alright. There's nothing there. Here's a thing to scan. Observe wildlife. Ooh, it's an EPO. EPA. One of those EPOs you can have. And let's gather a plant. And it vanished. 70%. 70%. We're getting there. We're getting there. A lot of stuff to scan. Haven't I done this enough already on the Starfleet side? I mean, that's all you do on New Romulus is scan stuff. I don't need to do any more scanning, thank you. I've had my feel of scanning or gathering plant samples and life forms and stuff. 80%. $85. This is a dead end. Almost there. Almost there. 90%. 2 more things to scan. Alright, there we go. And we have more things there. Just need 2 more things to scan, that's all. Anything over here? I don't think I checked. Oh yeah, the radiation sample is over here, obviously. We definitely need that. Here's one thing to scan. We just need one more thing to scan after this radiation sample. Scan radiation levels. There we go, radiation done. And here's this bridge. We all know this bridge. And in fact, from doing this previously, I know that there's something to do there, but we actually need to finish the survey before it can happen, apparently. So I need to find one more thing to scan, and then I'm going to have to come back to scan that bridge. Because scanning that bridge is also one of the things you have to do. But before I get there, there we go. There's the one more thing. Now watch this. After we scan this, that's done. Now it says, see, observe an ancient bridge. So we'll go back to that area, and we actually have to observe it. That's one of the missions here. So if you don't get that mission, just know you need to finish scanning all the minerals and flora and water and everything first. And then basically, see, now we can do observe ancient bridge. We can stand up here and observe it.
What's that? Tholians. What are they doing here?
So we found out that the Tholians are already on this planet.
Just what we needed. Tholians are known for not caring very much about us humanoids. I don't think they even know the difference between a Romulan and a Reman. The ship isn't detecting any more Tholian ships in orbit, but with our luck, that'll change. We should see what those Tholians are after. If this is going to be our planet, they can't take it from us.
Yeah, but weren't they here first? Okay, whatever. They're looking for something on this planet, so we've got to find out what they're looking for. Because apparently we're going to take this planet. Not them. So we need to confront the Tholians in the nearby ruins. Great, and there's a whole herd of animals come running out of the same area that we have to go running into. That makes me feel great. So these are ancient ruins that are on this planet. There obviously was a civilization here before. Possibly a very long time ago. It's very interesting. Who were they? Dun dun dun. Oh, cutscene. The metallic substance is what we want. The sign of the lost civilization. See, even they know it was there. Trespassers, you will die before taking what is ours. So apparently they want something that's here on this planet. We need to find out what that is. Now, something I have found out that I need to post a forum thread about is my hordas are not working. Like, I enable them and they don't work. So I need to post a forum thread about that and find out if they're not supposed to, or what's going on with hordas, because I want to use my hordas. It'd be a shame if they didn't work on the Romulan faction. Alright, scan rock formation. Examine rocks. Watch out, more Tholians inbound. Great. Always take out the ensigns first, they're the easiest. And then go for the commander and then the captain, if there is one. So, ensigns first, and
no idea.
There's
We'll find out once we have a second.
Even more coming. Where are they? There they come. See, there is an ensign, and there's a lieutenant. So let's take care of the ensigns first.
Enemy target on sensor. Making damage detected. Shield losing power.
One more group inbound.
Dang.
Looks like they're sending one of their commanders.
Another group in. Now the commanders are pretty tough, so watch it. See, I cannot enable my Horda. Horda, where are you? Nowhere. Nowhere to be found. Okay, there's the commander, but let's get his ensign first. Get rid of the easy one first, and then we get to the hard one. And I'm trapped. Yeah, my shield's losing power. I'm in a bubble. Okay, ensign. Okay, now let's get this thing. Yeah, he's pretty tough, but we got him. Wow, that took a lot. So if you notice, I crouch when I fire. You get a plus 50% dodge when you do that, so that's why I do that. Just gives you that little extra bonus there. Alright, destroy rocks. Gotta find out what's here. Okay, scan odd geode. Alright, scan odd geode. There appears to be a sword fossilized in this accretion layer. I'm trying to scan it now. Wait, this is incredible. There's definitely a blade here, and its composition and size match those of Vulcan blades from about 1900 years ago. There are only a few examples of those weapons left. Most of them were destroyed during the time of the Awakening. Let's open a channel to Tamir and tell him about our findings and the Tholians.
Is advancing on our allies.
Interesting. This sword could prove to be something unbelievable, maybe even something made by Sharian. I'm concerned about the Tholians and beginning a full scan for any other ships in orbit. Can you get this information? What? Who is Sharian? This is interesting lore here. Sharian was the greatest Vulcan weaponsmith who ever lived. He loved war and created marvelous swords for the greatest warriors. After talking to Surak, however, he renounced all violence and never made another blade. 3 of his swords were taken by our people when they left Vulcan. 2 were lost during the journey, and the third, as far as we know, it was lost with the homeworld. But if there's a sword from Sharian's era here and other signs of habitation, this could be the sword of the Raptor Star, one of the missing swords. There was an expedition out in this region looking for it a few decades ago, but as far as I know, they never found anything. Maybe we've succeeded where they failed. Do you really think this could be the sword of the Raptor Star? Anything is possible, but it will take a very long time to confirm it if this is true or not. This could simply just be an old sword from a past civilization that lived here and nothing more. Regardless, I would prefer to hold out hope that this is somehow tied to us. Perhaps it is my pride simply getting in the way. Understood. Should we contact the town about this? Yes, we should. Hold on, we're under attack. It's the Tholians. Go to red alert, all hands.
I don't trust the Tal Shiar.
I'll have the geodon blade transported to the science lab. We should return to the ship as soon as possible. Okay, let's go to the ship. So this is interesting lore here. When the Romulans split off from the Vulcans, they took one of the swords with them, at least one.
Stop the Tal Shiar.
And maybe this is the planet they colonized before they found Romulus and Remus. Dun dun dun. Alright. Alright, we've got to take out some Tholians. No problem. Because we're awesome. Oh, there we go. Look how easy that is. Okay, let's hail Tamir.
Counting on you.
Thank you. We don't have time to relax. I'm picking up a large Tholian ship leaving warp. Get ready. The Tholians have the most advanced technology in the quadrant, and they never back down. Okay, we've got a Orb Weaver and a Recluse. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's take care of the Orb Weaver first. He's easier than the Recluse. I'm going to let this charge up to max, and we're going to use this ability on the Recluse. But I want to wait till it gets to max level. We've never used it at max level yet. So that will be really interesting to see. The Orb Weaver, easily taken care of. Now the Recluse. I'm with the power here, conservation of energy. I want to power that up to max. Now when this hits top, there it is. Now let's use it. Okay, did some damage. It was doing a lot of damage. Wow. Definitely did a lot of damage. Nice. We took down a freaking Recluse with this Warbird. How awesome is that? My gosh. This little ship right here, I tell you. It's awesome. It's an awesome little ship. Alright, excellent work, Lieutenant. Hopefully the Tholians will stay away. What did you find? Is it possible for us to colonize the planet? Yes. By the elements, a habitable planet and one of Sharian's lost blades, that could only mean that this planet must be one of the worlds our ancestors visited after the Sundering. I knew that their path could have taken them in this area, but I never. I'll have to speak to Mavek. She's always had an interest in our history. You should get to the flotilla and speak to Titan. He'll want to know everything you found. So, a very important find for the Romulans to find this planet. Could really tie them in with their history. Now, on this mission, you can't hail Titan. You have to go to him directly to complete this mission. I do not know why, but they make you do it that way. So after we turn this in, we'll definitely be level 10. Excuse me, level 10. But I'll hold off on a ship until we finish the rest of the missions. Technically, I could upgrade at that point, but why this Warbird is so good? I don't know if it's me, the skills I put into it, the weapon layout I've put into it, or if it's just that good. But wow, I'd say it's better than the starter ship on the Federation side. I really think so. All right, let's enter flotilla. Plus, it looks cool. It's from the original Star Trek series. What else could you want? All right, here we go. Let's talk to Titan. Titan the man. Still getting some lag when I like pass by doors or pass by things or have to enter things. The game like pauses for a second. Really, really annoying. And he is this way. And there he is. Always looking at the ships outside. That's all he does is stand there and stare at ships.
Jolan, true. You found something incredible. This will be the new home of the Romulan Republic. It will be Mol Rihan.
Mol
New
Rihan.
Romulus.
New Romulus.
And we will create a new way of life there. This is exactly what we needed to begin talks with the Klingons and the Federation at Khitomer. Unless you have any more questions, I would report to Tamer. I have many preparations to make.
Before we do that, let's just get a little bit of history and lore here. Can you confirm the identity? Oh, let's see. Yeah, can you confirm the identity of the sword we found?
We don't know yet, but we do know it is as old as the Sundering and uses materials like those of the Vulcan swordmasters. So that narrows it down a bit. The Sundering tore our people apart, but it also unified the Romulans under a common cause: the preservation of our emotions and our freedom. If this is truly the sword of the Raptor Star, it could help to once again unify the Romulans under the cause of preserving the freedoms we hold dear.
That's awesome. Okay, how does all this change things with the Federation and Klingons?
We will need allies to help with the colonization. It's likely that the Federation will be willing to help with this. We also cannot settle on New Romulus without the goodwill of the Klingons, given how close we are to their space. If they would be willing to lend us a small portion of their military might, we would be safer from the Tal Shiar. After that, if Empress Sela continues her attacks, she will be doing it against a new civilization, not a band of rebels. That will make all the difference.
Okay. Understood. Understood. So now we're finished with that mission. Very nice. A lot of lore in that mission, and a lot about New Romulus, which is pretty awesome. Now we have some backstory on that and how they founded the planet. This is good stuff. Very good stuff. So, why can I not hail Tamer to report? I'm trying to do that. You won't let me. Hail. Come on. There we go. The search for New Romulus. Good work, Lieutenant. I knew you were the right person for this job. It will take us a long time to analyze the sword you found. We have to be very careful with something like this, but even the possibility of finding the sword of the Raptor Star has given everyone on the flotilla hope for the future. Your role isn't done yet, however. Datan and I both want you to be with us for our next task, meeting with the Federation, Klingons, and Empress Sela on Khitomer, to talk about peace and the colonization of New Romulus. Wow, the next mission sounds like it's going to be incredible. Alright, skill points, expertise, get the personal shield. I'm going to get to choose one of these. I'm going to choose the better alloy for right now. Although I don't have a science. That's particle generator. I don't really use the abilities that particle generator helps with right now on this ship. So I'm going to go with kinetic damage resistance and all energy damage resistance +5. That way my ship will be just a little bit tougher. I can put that on the next ship and it'll have some better armor.
Congratulations, Centurion.
Okay, I'm now level 10, as we knew was going to happen. But yes, I am 10. Normally you would be at level 9 right now, so I'm not that far off from where you would be technically. Just one level. But let us put the... Wait a minute, I already had a... What? Oh, I got that the first time I played. I'm so stupid. That's right, I got that. That must have been what I chose the first time I played that mission. So, well, I guess you can tell that I definitely think alike. I think like myself. Because I was thinking the same thing I was thinking the first time I played it. Let's go with the better armor. Well, okay, I got 2 of them now I don't need. Well, what I'll do is I'll sell it, because that'll give me some energy credits. And I'm already up from selling things to 8,000 energy credits, so we're getting to a place where I can buy some things in the exchange once we get access to the exchange. And I got more slots here just because I leveled up to 10, so now I have more inventory slots. This is a new deflector array, but I've already got a good deflector array. I'm going to sell that. Now this shield somebody can use. In fact, do I have a shield? Where is me? Yeah, I've got a Mark II shield, Mark II uncommon already. Tovin, what do you have? You've got a good shield. 6 of 9. Ooh, you do not. Let's go ahead and put you a shield on there. Okay, now you've got a better shield. And I'll sell the rest. So that takes care of that mission, finding new Romulus. Alright everybody, thank you for watching that mission. The next mission, we're going to play Turning Point, which sounds like we're getting into that decision that we have to make. And we get to meet the Klingon, Starfleet, and Empress Sela at Khitomer. That will be a heck of a thing, won't it? So stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you all for watching.